This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room. It's Montgomery. And stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. To the air, it's Fancher. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Out of the gun, the inside give.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's Matthews. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. This time on target. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Finds a crease at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown ball. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw route.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. To the air, it's Fancher. The screen, and watch out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Can't get him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll run it again. At the 35, he's open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Dropping back, it's Fancher. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? This is a designed run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it in.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did tack on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Aguilar. Working that left side now. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
It's a bang-bang play, running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Looking for space. It's Montgomery. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Looking to throw, it's Fancher. Makes the grab, it's Charles. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22?
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. And the Volunteers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Grab near the marker, it's Bishop. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Direct snap. Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. Snags it down the right side. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Looking to pass. It's Fancher. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Back to the ground game on the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Snap it to the back. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Staley. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Bears the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. The Volunteers looking to convert on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. The play-action fake. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Back to throw, it's Fancher. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That's caught. It's Staley. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd down play from the gun. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Vols decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. Well, you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this 2nd half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field. It's Aguilar. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a man. It's Nixon. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Fancher. And they're not on the same page there.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times
ground. He drops to throw. Looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Fires to the right. He's got an open man.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Vols are marching down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now they'll run it on the toss. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Quick release on the RPO. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown ball. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. He only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 22 over Northern Illinois. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking downfield, it's Fancher. He lets one fly deep. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done it.
Gashing the D on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
The snap sets up to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They'll send the back in motion. To throw, it's Fancher. Dumps it off in the flats. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Gonna look downfield again. Right down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Picks up the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the pummeling has started.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Nixon. Smacks him with the stiff arm. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Breaks into the open. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this defense gets the sack and puts them in third and long. And I tell you what, this offense, they just got to stay out of those situations. Last drive, they got in it, and they had to punt. This drive, getting in it again, predictable situations are really hard to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snagged out of the air. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Looking for the end zone, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Fancher. Under fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Lobs it off the back foot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the shot. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Toss sweep to the right. He's in open space downfield. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Volunteers are flying down the field. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yards.
Touchdown, Volunteers! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Throws to the back. And they can't make the connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's kind of how their days come, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hughes. There he goes. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little...
Going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job for...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Fancher. Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Quarterback takes it.